on a quiet sidewalk in a wealthy town in China. This isn't the China the Chinese government wants you to see, but this is the China that I know. Having spent 10 years traversing across the entire country, I came to know China. And let me tell you, it is one of the most wild rides you could ever take, simply from a public safety point of view. It's crazy. The random accidents and explosions are absolutely rampant, and I can personally attest to this. It's spooky season, and there's nothing spookier than looking real dumb with a real fat, oversized wallet that bulges out of your pants and makes you look like an idiot. That's why I'm proud to say that today's video is brought to you by Extra Wallets. Extra Wallets are super tough, very high tech, they have built-in RFID blockers, they're stylish, and most importantly, to me at least, they are sleek. They're suitable for any occasion because they are super thin. With one press of a button, all of your cards will conveniently fan out in a beautiful fashion. I'll tell you what, this is the only wallet I've ever personally been complimented on in real life. And it happens all the time because it's not only novel, but very, very cool. Extra is known for inventing the first trackable wallet, and now they're on a mission to upgrade the rest of your carry essentials. They make sustainable wallets, bags, accessories that help you get more out of every day, and all kinds of good stuff. Right now, Extra has a site-wide sale with a 25% discount and get up to a 30% discount when you use the code LAOY86 at checkout until November 10th. So don't forget to go to shop.extra.com/LAOY86 and use the code LAOY86 at checkout. Thanks. First of all, what causes all these explosions? And why does a country that spends billions of dollars a year on its international image to show its infrastructure and development have so many? Well, first of all, China isn't the squeaky clean country that you might think it is. China's still largely very poor. In fact, compared to the US, China's about 7 times poorer. The infrastructure may seem impressive from a propaganda standpoint, but one only needs to travel minutes, mere minutes, from a city to see the truth. This clip is only a year old. And guess what? I lived there. I lived in that exact city, Baotou, China, a developed and very wealthy by Chinese standards industrial city. I made some of the best friends of my life here, and I promise I will never forget my time there, but my God, was it polluted. Anyway, these areas are the majority of China. Not everything is clean city centers that you see on all these propaganda YouTube channels. And in these areas, things are dangerous. The safety standards in China would make the biggest daredevil in the world question what the hell is even going on. From building quality to how explosives and gases are kept, well, the consequences are often tragic. When I was living in China, I saw some of the most haphazard storage and transport of propane gas. Hundreds of tanks delivered by trike, smashing and clanging around and then stacked against the wall in high heat environments. You know what happens when they do that? Well, a barbecue restaurant exploded in northern China recently. Take a wild guess as to why. But it's not just the propane, it's really everything. Now there's speculation that this rash of fires and explosions happening all across the country in such rapid succession is because a lot of these companies and factories are in fact going bankrupt. China has faked GDP numbers for a long time now, and it's used the inflated numbers to keep up investment into the country. China wants people investing in it, but in reality, the economy is suffering on multiple facets. The former second in command, Li Keqiang, who just passed away, said not only did China have 600 million people living on less than $150 a month, but he also insinuated that the economy may have actually stopped growing around 2013. That was 10 years ago. In fact, knowing that the government is so corrupt with its data, Li Keqiang actually had to use his own metrics to judge the growth of China. With many of these companies, both state-run and private, facing the grim reality of economic slowdown, they'd rather have the insurance money than completely go under. I mean, what better way to get the money than to do what happens every day in China? Blow it up. Speculative? Yeah. Likely? Also, yeah. Now, fireworks are also a massive problem in China, too. China being the biggest distributor and manufacturer of fireworks, this is a country that likes to blow stuff up. China has many mishaps due to poor oversight and management of these fireworks factories, not to mention corruption. No one in China wants to be held accountable, and this is part and parcel due to the face culture of China, no one wanting to lose face, mixed with the lack of accountability that comes with an authoritarian dictatorship. Nobody wants their head to roll when something happens. And this works all the way from the bottom levels of society all the way up to the top to how the government operates. Anyway, back to the fireworks. I'll never forget fireworks blowing up in my actual window, killing birds, and then going downstairs to see what's up, and I saw groups of people firing massive fireworks at each other. And I'm not talking about like Roman candles. I'm talking about these boxes, you know, those massive ones that shoot those huge ones up in the sky that blow up like a flower. They were firing them at each other, like people. One dude had his pants burned off. And it was absolutely awesome. You know, injuries aside. Anyway, speaking of fireworks, did you know that the Chinese government often takes people's houses and land without their permission? The Chinese government literally hires mafia and thugs to go remove people from their homes. Why do they do this? Well, they want to reclaim the land and the property and put their own stuff on it, right? But people often fight back, and they don't have guns, so they use fireworks. And I love to see it. Tell me it's not triumphant as hell to see people taking down bulldozers with fireworks. It's pretty epic. Anyway, don't get me started on demolition. With China's current housing crisis mid-freefall, property companies sell ghost houses that haven't been built all the way yet, you know, just concrete boxes in the sky. And when they default and can't pay their pyramid scheme of failed property investments any longer, they get demolished. And boom goes the dynamite. But that's on purpose. Idiotic, yes, but it's still intentional, right? This isn't random like the title suggests. However, do you think Chinese companies and government contractors use the same precautions as a country like the USA when they store and transport these explosives? I think not. You'd think that China would have learned from the Tianjin explosion. You know, the one in 2015 that left an absolute crater in the city and vaporized everything within its vicinity? But no. Judging from the videos being leaked out of China right now, the explosions only increase. And think about this. China can stop any and all information from spreading. They have the most robust surveillance state in the world. Any message, any video, any picture, China can stop it. So this is just the stuff that we manage to see that gets out. Think of the sheer scale of damage that actually occurs. So what's the actual point of me bringing all this up? Well, it's pretty simple. The standards of what China shows to the rest of the world and what it actually is a world apart. Having lived there and watching an elevator inspector get bribed and then finding out the elevator of my new building collapsed with a family in it was pretty eye-opening. From road fatalities, most of them pedestrians, to the sheer amount of workplace accidents and mining catastrophes, to the untold number of accidents that occur due to corruption and mismanagement, you better think twice before investing in China. Because what they're selling you, that's a lie. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. And if you did, you're gonna love what I do on Fridays. That's my live show every single Friday. It's called The China Show. You're gonna wanna be subscribed to that because that's where you're gonna get up-to-date information about what's happening in China right at the moment. Whether it's entertainment, what's going viral, what's funny, what's crazy, what's important, all of it's there. So I highly recommend you go over there and check it out, and I appreciate your support.